lot, baby. That's some
Yeah,
good shit right there. You know what I'm saying?
some delicious
We got
shit.
some hot docket tonight. Honestly, a
All
lot's
right, all
happened in
right.
the last week. You know what I'm saying? Did you
There's
look at
been
the notes
esports.
recently? The notes are
No.
actually nuts this week.
Okay, okay. Let me
Yeah, because when did we technically record? What was the calendar date of last recording?
Oh yeah, the new creator clash. That'll be pretty good. I know
That's gonna be a heater. That's gonna be insane. We'll start with that actually. Just a second here. God damn. Oh, you need to
Yeah.
watch that video. Holy shit, it's
Hmm.
insane. You should mute and watch that
Yeah.
now. For
Okay,
real.
I'm
I'll
even watch
start
that
us
now.
off here. Yeah, dude. Dude, it's nuts. It's insane. That video's nuts. All right, hello everybody. We're on another digital edition of the 1 to 10 podcast. Solo introed here. It's your boy, the Flubba Wubba Dub Dub, formerly known speaking. I can't change my name now. I can't change my name in light of the new news. We'll cover that tonight too. But we're gonna start with a couple of things. I saw possibly what Parm now is watching the craziest TikTok I have ever seen. It's it's really funny, but it's really fucking nuts, dude. It's it's weird. It's this guy on top half and the bottom half. It's just like the big bird from Angry Birds, and he's got his hands like, here's how you become the biggest bird, and then he just explains how to do it through like taking pictures of Big Chungus and all this
That
other
was
stuff.
like that felt like watching ADHD and
Yes,
like
it was. Yeah. This is what's happening. This is on. That was a
yeah.
Twitter. That was a Twitter video from TikTok. I want you to
I don't
understand
really even
that.
know how to describe what I just watched,
It's how to
which is
become
the
the
worst
biggest
part.
bird. What do you mean?
I guess.
This is
But
how
then
you
it was
become
just
the biggest bird.
and then it's just a bunch of B-roll of him speaking nonsense.
But there's
Like
also anime B-roll where it's like people ascending
yeah,
to godhood and like all this other.
this is true. This is
It's
true.
very funny, dude.
I do feel like becoming the biggest bird is similar to becoming
You
Super
have to
Saiyan
look at
God.
his. You have to look at his other videos because they are all like this, but like very different each.
Is
They're
that just an
different.
entire Twitter thread of this one guy?
Yeah, this is what he does. It's really
Okay,
funny.
okay,
He's
respect,
on to
respect.
something.
There's some good tick. You know what would make that TikTok a little bit better?
Pilk.
Some Subway Surfers right underneath.
Nah, see, I like his technique. I like the Angry Birds big bird underneath.
Yeah,
That's a solid one.
that's pretty good. That's pretty
So how
good.
you doing tonight, baby? How you feeling on the
Dude,
pod here tonight?
chilling, chilling. Had some leftover pizza.
Yeah. So
You know,
we were talking
spoiled
before
myself with a little bit of ice cream.
leftover. You said you were cooking dinner now, and you had leftover pizza.
Yeah, I spent like about 30 minutes watching one of the world's worst prisons in South America.
Lovely. That's just way to fill your heart
It's
with warmth.
essentially just a ghetto with walls built around it. There's like whole ass families.
That's
It's pretty
horrible. What the
cool.
fuck, man? Don't.
They have their own like legal system in there. It's pretty neat.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Prison
You know,
life is
and some of the people just go in there. You know, you can always go in. You just can't get out once you go in.
oh Jesus, bro. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, to
it's
move
pretty
right
cool.
along from that, we'll talk about that's not prison like, but is a hot topic. Creator Clash 2 got announced today.
I only cared about like Fitz and iDubbbz.
Well,
And
first off, let's just talk about a couple of the ones, right? So the Alex Wasabi versus iDubbbz is the title fight.
that'll be pretty sick.
That will be. I love to see iDubbbz fight again. I'm sure he'll do well. You're interested in the Fitz thing. I'm interested in how his opponent's gonna rock his shit because I Did a Thing was insane last year in the ring, and I love I Did a Thing. I understand Fitz is from
Okay.
Misfits. I understand Fitz is cool.
Oh yeah, I don't think Fitz is gonna win. I want to see Fitz get his ass rocked.
Fitz is gonna get his shit rocked. I almost guarantee you. Because I
That's
Did a
what I'm
Thing
saying.
is he's cut from another cloth, man. Have you ever watched this stuff
Yeah.
before?
I've watched Creator Clash like
No.
once. Oh,
Have you watched I Did a Thing's videos?
No.
So he builds like shitty things that no one ever has needed ever.
Oh yes. Okay, I have seen it.
And one of the things that really caught me was when he built the giant Beyblade out of saws. It was really cool. It was very cool.
That's pretty sick.
I recommend his
you
content.
know what? I just saw Harley. I don't know who John Hennigan is.
We could probably look it up. John
And
Randall
then Aaron
Hennigan.
Hansen versus some guy I don't know.
Jarvis Johnson? You know who Jarvis Johnson is? He's a
No.
commentary YouTuber.
Oh, that's probably why. And then Myth.
Yeah, the Myth
Yeah,
versus Hundar fight's sick. 'Cause Hundar fought last year, and Myth fought in the fucking Ludwig
yeah,
chess boxing thing, and he did the fucking.
that
He was the one who pulled out the fucking Ali shuffle in the middle of a fight. He'd never done that before. He didn't know what that was. He just naturally
okay.
did it during a fight, bro. I am hyped to see Myth fight.
Yeah, Myth would be cool. Yeah,
Myth would be
basically,
cool.
I'm only excited about the guys I know.
Now, see, like Alana Pierce, I know her. She's gonna be cool to see fight too. And then this is the one that
Yeah,
got me, dude. Chris Raygun, who gives a shit? My boy Froggy Fresh in the ring, dude.
Is Froggy Fresh the
Krispy
guy who
Kreme.
like does me? Yeah, he's
Yes,
Krispy Kreme.
yes, it's
okay.
him. And then there was
Yeah,
in the announcement trailer, they played part of one of the songs. So I was like, oh
it's
shit,
okay, Beyonce. I think you're pretty cute too.
dude! If he does not play "The Baddest" is his walkout
Yeah,
song,
I am
the baddest of them all. If you ain't got no money, then I don't
Dude,
mess with y'all. Man,
dude,
I love Froggy
bars,
Fresh. I
bars.
love Froggy Fresh. I cannot wait for this.
Insane, man. That'll be cool.
Yeah, this will be a great thing.
The walkout is gonna be the best part of that. Also, Froggy Fresh looks fucking kind of big.
He
in
was
that
kind of
picture.
cut, my brother in Christ.
Dude, is that a real picture or any of these like edited?
I don't know. But here's what I do know. It's gonna be lit on April 15th.
Yeah. I'm glad iDubbbz is just becoming the boxing guy now.
Yeah, I kind of like it for him. It's a good fit.
Yeah, we used to have title fights and now it's just clout fights.
Yeah, something like that.
Like there's like a thing where like actual boxing was kind of like dying down as a popular sport, you know, because like there
Yeah.
are the times of Ali and Tyson, right? And now
Well,
it's
then also like
YouTube
UFC like exists.
Yeah, exactly.
UFC
And
is
so,
really
like
like it's
those
the more it's the more entertaining combat sport by far.
Sure. But now, like, then it's instead of having like these trained boxers who've been doing it forever, it's literally YouTubers coming
Exactly.
in and like kind of getting eyes back on the sport.
And then one person makes a massive video, then they all get to make their own videos, and they all get paid. They all get their own
Yeah,
exposure. It's good for branding. It's good for everything, man. It's just good for
yeah,
the ecosystem. And the good thing I'm glad to
yeah.
see is a lot of returning fighters. You know, I think Dad's back. I did a thing as one from last year. Haley Sharp fought last year.
I hope
Harley fought
that
last year.
yeah,
Hundar fought
I
last
hope
year. Aaron
I
Hansen fought
hope
last year.
Dad destroys whoever the fuck he fights, and Joe Rogan falls
It's
for it again.
it's what's his name? Starkiller. He's the guy. I think he's from
I,
H3H3.
okay, have you seen that clip of Rogan? Like, so he's like talking, he's doing his own monologue thing. He's like, man, I saw this YouTube video of a father and son boxing, and it just breaks your heart, man, because like he goes on this whole monologue.
They used that in the announcement today. They used that.
Yeah,
He's like, Joe, that's not what you think. You're actually seeing there. He's like, oh, what? They got me, dude. They got me.
I hope it happens to Joe again.
This guy's fighting his other son now. Joe,
Yeah,
it's not his other son.
I always love the analogy of the Joe Rogan podcast just being like he's like a king, a sultan from like ancient times, asking court members and jesters to come up and just teach him new things. Like
here's what I worry about with the Joan Rogan podcast sometimes.
he doesn't fact check shit.
Is number one, he's taking a lot of Jamie's time when he could be improving the editing on this podcast.
Oh, true.
And number two, more importantly, people turn to him as like a viable source of information, and then that thing happens.
Well, what do you mean? You don't think JRE's a viable source of information?
He's just like my dude. You can take ivermectin to avoid COVID shot, but also I'm not sure that this is not a man hitting his own son in a boxing event. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And he even admits there he realizes he got fucked up and he didn't he didn't realize what was actually happening.
Not the first time,
but like
Rogan.
Right, but that's the thing. I'm like, that's the stuff that you're gonna be humble on, not like all the other shit that you probably should. Like, that's like the difference between someone who's like fiscally reliable and like,
that's the
like
difference
for their
between me
opinion and their
Rogan,
audience.
You know,
yeah, we have no audience, but we
I
respect
tell
all
you
of
guys,
them.
I tell you guys not to take the vaccine, not because like ivermectin will help
No,
it, but
we're gonna
because
get the
I'm
COVID
scared.
vaccine warning. No,
Because I'm scared, not because anything.
Oh my god, dude, we're gonna get fucking like the misinformation tag thrown on us on Spotify and on YouTube. We're fucked, bro.
Oh man, listen. Yeah, I took the shot, and this is my hand.
Can we talk about that real quick? That trend is crazy. At first, when I saw one of those videos, I was like, "Oh, that's horrible for this woman if she really had a stroke, right? If this really did happen to her." But then I saw all of the other things that were so over exaggerated, mocking it, and I was like, "That's horrible." And then it was just blatant videos of dancing, which was really
Yeah,
funny. That shit got
yeah.
me laughing.
There's some fucking good ones, man.
I love the evolution of that meme. You know, it's like I felt true sympathy for this person for a moment, but also like I don't know. And then it was
Yeah.
people like making fun of it, and I was like, all right, this is getting pretty funny. And it's
Well, I mean,
also
they were all clearly pretty fake. Like,
they felt fake, but the best ones were when they just, like I said, it just turned into a video that was clearly of someone dancing, like an old person dancing.
my favorite is
My
when the
nana
woman
got
was doing
my nana
this.
got her shot 2 weeks ago, and this is her now, and she's like cutting it and shit. And she's like dancing,
So yeah, don't take the COVID vaccine, everybody.
or
It
else she'll
will
have
kill
a
you.
good time and dance and
Yeah,
die.
yeah.
It's like
Or else
literally.
you're gonna.
It's wait. Did we just do our Footloose bit? Essentially, is that you?
Uh,
Oh,
I was leaning Mamma Mia because I was just thinking ABBA in my head.
okay, fair enough.
The,
Dancing.
the the people that I see in those videos where they're actually fucking jonesing,
Mhm.
jonesing for some misinformation. They look like people who'd enjoy
Yeah,
Mamma Mia.
they do. They sure do. But who are they? That's the real question.
Dude, the people who forced the vaccines on us.
All right, we're done with that bit. No more anti-vax stuff. Let's talk about something that's not a bit really quick.
Dude,
Something that's not.
sometimes wait. Sometimes I just think it'd be so fun to be a conservative. Like you could just be the biggest fucking idiot on the planet.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right.
And like people will just be like, oh, dude,
People be like,
it'd be
"Oh, what?
hilarious.
No, elaborate."
No, like, oh, he's not stupid. He's just a Republican. Like,
They just say that about him. It's just his
yeah,
belief system.
yeah. It's just he doesn't know that he's been tricked. Like, he can't be that stupid. It's indoctrination.
And there goes half the potential American audience.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
My
who are we
God.
kidding? If you're a hard right wing person who's not at least open to having conversations with people, we don't really want you
Yeah,
probably here anyways.
yeah.
You know, it's fine to have right wing beliefs to some level,
Yeah,
I'm
no,
sure.
Republic, like conservatism is fine,
Well, like you know how
but
people
like
get mad at celebrities when they have like a Republican
Fox
ideal,
News,
like 10
Fox
years into
News
their
is like,
career. It's like no,
oh,
they have
like Chris
money.
Pratt,
Yeah,
like Chris
it's just
Pratt.
yeah, but like or even like any like bigger things than that. Like, you know, like Kanye West when he was doing his
I
bullshit in
oh
2016. Not
oh
now, but like
I
old
was about to
yay.
say,
When he was pulling the
is
like I'm
that
with
dude
Donald Trump shit, I was like, bro, he has so
that
much fucking money. Why would he not be with Donald Trump? You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like why would
I
he
mean,
not
it's quite
allow
literally the same thing with Chris Pratt. Like I
like
feel
you
like his
have
career
money,
did
why
take
would
a
you
bit
not
of a
align
hit.
with right? Like why would you not align with the wealth you have and like conserving that wealth and not paying exorbitant taxes
Nah,
on it?
dude. Like people who most Republicans that I meet are like truly fine people. It is just
Yeah.
those that like exploit them at the very top. Like you know what I mean? It's a very small niche of people
It's
that are genuinely
extremists. It's
stupid.
extremists that are the problem. And that's the same thing with the
Exactly.
left when the left becomes
Now that I
problematic.
had to go and ruin my own fun by explaining my stance, back to it. Liberals are fucking gay and I hate it.
God, okay. Your memoir title, Liberals Are Gay and I Hate It Here.
Yep,
That's the one.
exactly.
That's a beautiful
Yeah.
title.
It is. Oh shit.
It sounds like a modern work in progress with the way America is going, but you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's not talk about politics. Let's talk about something that's not
My,
political and
my,
very
my,
clear cut.
my manifesto.
Justin Roiland has been cut from Rick and Morty amid his
Show's gonna be dog shit. Show's gonna be
domestic
dog shit.
violence
Yeah.
crimes and all the other shit coming to
Yeah.
court and all that. So now that it's more public facing in court, they've actually officially cut ties with him. Season 7 said to go on without him. You think it's gonna be dog shit? I don't think so. I think that people are gonna be able.
Who's the other big writer on that?
Dan Harmon, the guy who did Community.
Oh yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He's doing the Community Renaissance right now.
Actually,
Community movie starts filming this year.
Community.
Listen,
was pretty
listen.
dog shit at
6
the
seasons.
end.
Yeah, but they said 6 seasons in a
Six-
movie, right? And they
yeah.
made the joke, right? And you know what they said
We got
in the
the
Rick
six
and Morty
seasons, but then
season?
we got
Remember
two.
what they said when they had the Szechuan sauce joke? 7
No.
seasons, Szechuan sauce. Here we go, bud. 7 seasons.
Oh, so 7 seasons is gonna be last one.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Okay, it's good. Good shows like this should die
I agree.
at a
Let
certain
it live
point.
on in a legacy rather than let it live on in like a constant. Certain things can survive it, right? South
Yeah.
Park, Family Guy, and Simpsons especially, of course.
Simpsons too. Yeah.
Simpsons definitely. It's still going. It's killing it. It's still doing its
It
thing.
don't. But people, I feel like I hear people criticize Simpsons all the time, and call it like dog shit.
I mean, yeah, absolutely, because it is. It's hot dog water now. But cool your jets, man.
Oh, okay, man.
Whoa, man.
New Simpsons episodes are more enjoyable on
The
TikTok
only
than the rest.
good. Shut up. Shut up with this fucking multi-view video, multi-part bullshit. The only good episode of The Simpsons, I was gonna say, was the
Yeah.
League of Legends parody one, which was very funny because Bart
Oh,
gets
you mean
into
the
an
only
esport.
new,
Yeah.
okay.
In the last like 15 years.
Last 15 years?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really watch Simpsons that much growing up, or like as
I
an
feel
adult,
like
but
2007 was like the downfall era, pretty like where
I feel like
it's
before the movie was probably good.
the movie was good. Let's get that out there.
Right, Spider Pig was amazing, but I'm saying so
Yeah.
to get to that point, I think we have to accept that like it was probably pretty good leading up to that point
Mhm.
to get to that state and make that movie.
Okay.
So if that's the
I
case,
see yeah. Okay.
then like probably after the movie is when it declined at some point.
I agree. I am not paid to read.
But I did watch the League of Legends episode. It was good. It was good.
Yeah.
It was a winner. It was fun.
Nice. Fuck. What was I gonna say? I don't remember.
I don't know either, man. But you know what? We're gonna keep moving right along.
Esports are back though, since we're talking about
Esport. All right, let me give you a little. Let me go
Esports.
first, Dad. I have so many things. I have so many
Yeah,
things.
no,
Okay.
I have nothing about CS. It's fine.
Okay,
Teams are played as expected.
Well, Astralis might be crazy this year. Is the thing I keep hearing.
They're bottom of their group right now.
Right, so I've heard, but could happen.
It could happen. Device is good. Device is looking good.
Device is looking very good. Okay,
yes.
let's see.
That's it for Counter Strike.
Where do I even begin?
Fnatic.
Okay, let's talk about this first. This is the first thing that happened actually.
Reckles is washed.
Reckles is not washed. Reckles is having rough start. Because there's some natural issues with the core of that team. So Fnatic kept Wonder, Razork, and Humanoid, but the problem is Razork doesn't look like Razork did when he was on Misfits. He looks like he's being
classic ADC. Blame the jungler.
No, I'm a jungler first off, so fuck off. I can blame my role. But no, Razork was like a Lee Sin and like Xin Zhao player when he was looking like solid, right? Now he's playing like fucking like obviously tanks are meta, but like he doesn't fit that. He doesn't fit this aggressive like style that he needs to play on these tanks, or playing like the role that he needs to play within the team. So he's playing a role play when he's not. He's a role player, but he's trying to
too hard.
He's trying to be the role player within the team to like help do things there, and it's not working.
That's always been the thing with like League. Though certain players do better in certain metas.
Right, and with certain situations, certain team comps too, right? Like certain team members on your team or certain styles of play enable you more or disable you more as a player. And I think that's the problem with Razork with this core roster.
That's why every other team was wrong and Dardoch is the shit.
But I mean, I think Wonder's Wonder. I think he's too legacy to like try to get rid of, and I think he fits Fnatic really well. I think Humanoid's Humanoid, I think he's a fine player, but I don't know. He always has a weird fucking spring, and then he has like a good summer, and like he has great playoff runs when he goes to playoffs. He pops the fuck off when he goes to Worlds. Do you remember? Did you see that shit from last year at all? In groups, there was this day. It was the day where they were doing their final parts, like the closing part of a group, right? Where you play like 3 games in a day, and this man just picks like he's taking either one side of the matchup, right? He in one game against the Korean team in their group wins the one side of the matchup on champion A, and then on champion B in the next draft against the Chinese team, he wins that side of the matchup too. It was the Silas and the Akali. I think that was the two.
Okay.
So he wins the Silas, he wins the Akali. He popped the fuck off. This guy looked insane that day. It was like, wow.
I feel like Azir is like the meta right now.
Azir? Yeah, I think that he's kind of weird. I think it's still Akali, Silas, Azir. Syndra is really overpowered though too, and Cassidon's also being blind picked in LPL.
Oh, Cassidon's huge.
People that we know are in live patch are talking about how Nivea is busted.
Yeah,
and I think Nivea actually is overtuned now.
Because doesn't Rod of Ages just give you a free level?
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Like once it's fully stacked.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like so you hit 16 just quicker.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think so. If we're talking meta right now, like that's the mid meta. Is like Syndra's good. She's pretty strong. Akali's really favorable. Still for a lot of like players that are aggressive like that. Silas still pretty, progressive for a lot of players like that who like those melees, like those engaged matchups. Azir is kind of fairly neutral, whatever. But anyways, I think that the issue with Fnatic is you have Reckless. He's not poo-poo stinky. He's just not gonna win you lane anymore. He's just gonna go neutral and win you in team fights at best.
Yeah, no, I mean,
and Rux is
Fnatic,
he looked rough this weekend.
I watched Fnatic's game. They literally against who was it that they played last? I don't know. I just saw them lane against Draven, and he just got first blood. That was it. The game was over. That
was
point.
G2, I think. That was Hansama, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Hansama got like 4 kills in
so
like
you gave Hansama, who's on a terror. G2 looks insane, by the way. People have been saying this. Now this is the thing, Mo. I've been listening to all the podcasts. I listen to all the commentators, mostly Cathedral. Shout out to that dude. Love that guy. But people have been talking about how G2 looked like the best team in EU during scrims already. Like before season started, now week 1 they come out and they're just insane. And I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised, man. Yike is gonna be he's gonna be the issue for this team. I don't think Hansama and Mickey are gonna be a problem. They were 2017 fucking misfits, Like
they'll be fine.
That was
fine.
They have one of the most historic runs in world's history, and almost taking down the defending world champion.
Oh, here's a good one.
That was like one of
best EU roster in your opinion ever.
That's the dumbest question ever. For non-listeners, it's a good question, but like for people who know esports at like the level that we do, or people who are like better, it's G2. It's 2019 and 2020 G2.
Yeah.
It's the greatest team Europe ever produced. Wunder, Yonkos, Perks, fucking Caps, and Mickey X, dude. 2 role swaps. I mean, during their duration.
Was that the year they went to finals?
That was the year they almost hit the Grand Slam. 2019 was. That was the year they went up against FPX and lost 3-0. Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah. They played bad. You should listen to Perks talk about it sometime. It's very, very good. This is why Thorin is important, because Reflections exists because of him. That's where I get most of these stories. This is where I hear all my shit.
Nah, Thorin's a fucking bitter old piece of shit.
Yeah, but he has a good network, and he knows people who have good opinions, and he actually does great. Good. Yeah, but he's good to league. He's sweet to us, I think. I think he does something special that no one else does with those old player interviews.
Because you'll give him some.
No, he just gives like good player, like really prolific player, like backstory interviews, and he knows things, and he'll be like, "I've heard this story before, but I want you to give your input," and like tell like backstory things where like Soaz got into a fight with somebody on Fnatic, and like fist fought someone, and like all these others like crazy shit that you never would hear unless you listen to some kind of thing like this. Anyways, it's 2019 G2. So EU looks fun. It's been a good weekend for an opening weekend. I think it closed out yesterday because they go Mondays now for Super Weeks, right? Well, because now Valorant has to run too in the same studios. So now they have to change shit for everybody.
Valorant, what a joke.
I mean, it's clearly not
the franchising is gonna ruin that game.
You think so? Because they have the circuits. They have the lower circuits still to promote up.
That's fair.
If they do it like EU promotion league style soccer, like like how that kind of thing works, like relegation upward and downward. Yeah, I think that could be good for a shooter like that.
We'll see.
You don't think CS could work with an environment like that? I think it already kind of does.
With the franchise environment, nah.
Not like a full franchise, but like a league like system where it could has like a
I mean
like tiers, and it kind of already has that.
It already has tier 1, tier 2, tier 3.
Exactly.
So it's all naturally formed,
and people can move up and down between those tiers.
Yeah, because HLTV, there's like a governing body.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm saying is that we see it's successful already. I don't see why Riot can't emulate that.
Yeah, because Riot's stinky doo doo.
No, they're not. League is the most popular esport in the world. Whether you want to say stinky doo doo about certain things about it, it is the most popular.
You're right. Chinese people do love that shit.
Yes, they do. And guess what? They just got Valorant, baby, and they just lost a bunch of Blizzard games. Actually, if you didn't hear about that, they no longer have access to play like WoW or Overwatch.
Was Overwatch popular in the Far East?
Oh yeah.
Or was it more popular?
Korea big, but China huge. And they just lost access to play Overwatch as well.
Because I was just thinking, like, because the CS was never popular in those countries, but I guess the CS clone with more uwus and Asia, like anime shit, would probably do better.
Yeah, Overwatch does pretty well there.
But no, I was referencing Valorant.
Oh,
being the CS
that too.
Clone with the anime shit.
Valorant a Shield Day game. What's that copy paste? Have you seen that before?
Copy paste, make it neon, and add some uwus, and you got a fucking hit.
Hang on, I gotta find this. I gotta read this out loud because this is so funny. Valorant child game meme. Here we go.
Valorant child game.
Yeah, Valorant child game. Look to cartoon graphics, GRAPFIX graphics to make kid player happy like children's show. Valorant cartoon world like with rainbow, unlike Counter-Strike with dark corridor and realistic gun. Realistic, RAE-listic. Valorant like Playhouse. Valorant player
child game.
Valorant player run from CS:GO fear of dark world and realism.
So need child game to relax.
Sony child game to relax.
Man. Dude, this is why CS:GO will be better. This kind of community.
Yes, sir. But no, I think Riot has a good chance to do well here if they do their circuiting right and they promote and give people up and down, between correctly.
Maybe.
Have you speaking of Valorant, have you seen G2's fucking Valorant roster?
I didn't know. Oh yeah, I guess they still have a roster even though they weren't allowed to franchise.
Yeah, because they're in NA now and they're in tier 2 actually. So they're not franchising, but they're in Challenger circuit.
Yeah, okay. So like that's the thing. So you can't be
TSM.
tier 1. But you won't. So you could never be tier 1 unless you franchise.
No. Listen. Franchising allows for expansion after the first year.
Sure.
So you get an opportunity to franchise once you win.
Okay,
and then I think there will be some.
G2 will never get that opportunity because
they do actually have the opportunity because they've parted ways with that. They still get to have a spot in Challenger.
They're playing Challenger in NA now. Thing. Like I don't agree with that.
Getting rid of Carlos or him doing that.
I don't agree. Like, who cares who he hangs out with? I think him, and his org not getting a fucking franchising spot.
Okay, here's the idea. Who cares who he hangs out with? Unfortunately, the public does with Andrew Tate. So here's the idea. Yeah, if you really want to hang out with Andrew fucking Cobra, the King Tate, Top G himself, just don't post it on the internet. Just don't post it on the internet. Still have the video. He did.
I thought he was seen in the background of the video. Oh,
no, Tate was in the background of Carlos's video.
Yeah.
Don't post it on the fucking internet, idiot. You're the one who posted it. And they're like, I party with whoever I want. Okay, Carlos, now you're being fucking weird.
That's hilarious. That's funny as fuck.
Shut up, Carlos. It was fine. You could have been fine. You could have stayed. But I think it's actually for the better of G2, probably.
But he didn't bend the knee.
Hang on, hear me out though. If G2 wins EU this year, like both splits, right? Yeah. Uncontested best team without Carlos, everyone's gonna say good shit. Everyone's gonna say G2 is back. This is good for G2. It's good that Carlos got kicked out. That's all they're gonna say. And if it doesn't happen, and if they lose, they're going to be super upset and be like, why isn't Carlos a part of the roster making process anymore?
Their Counter-Strike team is looking pretty good. They just beat Navi.
Anyways, what I was going to say is I think they have Shaz and Dapper from Sentinels before they got kicked because Sentinels is just 10s now. It's none of the other same people was before because they all.
Dude, I heard somebody signed Sinatra. I thought I was trying to sign Sinatra.
No,
which is wild.
No. What you heard was that dumb tweet. No, what you heard was that dumb tweet that said he was making his competitive comeback on the stream thing he was doing, and it was not a competitive comeback. It was his friends him and a couple friends trying to qualify for Challenger circuit, and he was just streaming the scrims.
Oh,
He's been streaming the whole time, like ever since like his initial like comeback, but like not allowed to play pro, whatever. He streams like
yeah.
constantly. No one's stopping
That's kind
him.
of wild. That's
Is
kind of
it?
wild.
It was dismissed. It was like, oh, wasn't proving anything. It's fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, it feels inconsistent with the values of the company, I guess, because they won't allow him to play professionally, but they'll still allow him to be a prolific figure within the community.
I mean, so you're saying they should have just banned him from playing the game?
Probably, I
Or
mean, if you're
in the
gonna
game,
not allow,
not competitively,
if
but like as the game as well. Like
if
you can't make
you're
accounts
not
and
gonna if you're not gonna allow him to join a org and like that's the thing, like
okay.
if he's banned from pro play, like Kareem Hunt's
But
still on an NFL.
they weren't stopping him though from doing it. What they were doing was saying you have to complete this training before you can come back to it.
If that's the case, then sure. But if they just straight up banned him
That's
or
what they
told
did.
him he was not allowed to play pro,
I hear what you're saying. I'm
okay.
saying I'm telling you what their decision was. Their decision was to not do anything like that to him. They didn't ban him. They just said you're on suspension until then. He gets proven not guilty of this thing. He gets dismissed, or not really proven not guilty. I wouldn't say that. It was just more like he got dismissed and let go in court.
Sure.
And it was settled, I guess, some way. And now they were saying
story
like
of
you're not
Smoke.
banned, but like you have to do this kind of training for
You
this
have
kind of
to
thing.
suck some cock.
Actually, it's the opposite. It's actually you have to not get your cock sucked and not force other people to suck your cock. Training.
Yeah,
That's the one.
that's fair.
You heard about that like that David Schwimmer like sexual harassment like tape?
Who's David Schimmer?
Ross from Friends.
Oh,
Have you heard about that?
no.
There's like a sexual harassment tape.
What the
like
fuck
for
is Friends?
You know what Friends is. Shut up. I know you don't watch that shit, but I know you never have really. I think you told me that, right?
Never watched Friends.
Yeah, you know what it is, but you've never watched it. People are like, yeah. People say they say that's such a Chandler thing of you, and you're like, I have no idea what that means.
You're being such a Monica, Rachel.
Quit being a Rachel, I'll tell you what. Because your tits are poking through your shirt, bitch.
Oi, quit being a peggy now.
All right. Let's rein it back in. So esports. Let's keep talking about that. God, EU picked up. We talked about EU, right?
Has LCS played yet?
No, it has not. But they did change the schedule.
Yeah, I saw.
They
that.
moved
It's
it
like
from noon to 2.
Yeah, to 2 to 5, right?
Or yeah. Well, it's 2 to 5 is based on your
Yeah, but they moved the
time
fucking
code.
they moved
Right.
the fucking.
So instead of
time.
12, it's just 2 hours back. It's the better
Yeah.
thing. It's the best thing because 60% or more of the LOL population and the fans of LCS, particularly demographically, are East Coast. So it's better that they are able to watch it at around 5, hopefully, and get the most possible viewership. It does suck for West Coast viewers. 2 p.m. is not great. I'll still watch stuff at 4.
Yeah, maybe.
I'll do it. I will. I'll watch it.
I'll watch the highlights on YouTube.
Yeah, you already.
I want my boy Epic Skill Shot.
Nah, your boy Dom, the recap video.
Oh, his recap videos are good, but to watch the uncommentated on or whatever, just the broadcast rip, Epic Skill Shot is that guy.
That's fair.
Yeah. You ever seen his channel?
Yeah.
He's like the fucking gameplay uploader.
Yeah, dude.
Sickness.
LCK is going well.
Yes.
LPL is fucking nuts. Top esports versus Weibo Gaming was an insane series. I got to watch start to finish. Rookie on fucking Top esports, nuts. The Shy on Weibo, nuts. It was a good match, bro.
Knight on JDG, nuts.
Knight on JDG feels weird, but it also feels pretty good.
We're done with Top. They fucking blow now. We're on JDG train now.
You're not a fan of the Rookie still?
I'm a fan of Knight, okay?
So you're a JDG fan. Remind me who's on JDG. It's okay. Your team actually is pretty good. Jindong Gaming is. I kind of do Jindong Gaming fighting. You know what I'm saying?
Jindong,
dude. Jayo, you know what I mean? Shit.
Jindong, bro. We're laying the dong on.
Yeah, Jindong Gaming, dude. Jayo. I believe in them honestly, because
They're good as
it's 369
fuck.
Kanavi Knight Ruler, and who's their support?
I don't
Missing? I think
fucking
it's missing.
care. I think it's missing.
I think it is missing. I'm gonna double check that though.
Shanji's still on OMG, right?
You say Shanji's still on OMG?
Is he?
Yeah. He's contract locked actually. That's why he's still on OMG.
Yeah, OMG up there too. I hope they fucking
Their
crush
core
it.
actually retained. I think it's still like Sean. I think it's I think it's him like Abel Cream. You know, I think.
Oh, mid gaming, baby. Because they're always middle of the fucking pack.
No, they're not. OMG used to be
Oh,
one of the most prolific
mid.
and one of the best like Chinese teams in the beginning.
Oh, mid gaming.
No. 369 Kanavi, Knight, Ruler, and missing. It is missing. We were right. They have a sub mid laner, LZQ.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Uh,
sure that kid was like featured on a fucking
who is this kid? That's what I want to know.
LWX, LS video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
Best
everybody's
thing we
like,
can say is that he played in the Demacia Cup.
yeah,
He was on. What team was he on? Well, he was on the JDG roster.
penis gaming.
Nimrod, ZZX, LZQ, 1XN, Feather, and Deceit. Those are the coach. So basically, it was the challenger roster who was playing for one Jindong Gaming in the Demacia
One
Cup.
Jin Dong.
Yes, the Demacia Cup, where we do throwaway matches, except for a few teams who take it way too seriously, like Billy.
Hey man, whatever. I'm
Bruh,
sure for those lower tier
imagine going to those lower tier orgs. It's like, all right, here's who you got to play: Bin, Jun, Yagao, Elk, and Jewel and Jayway. Like Jesus fuck, dude, you just got shit or on. You just got fucking
yeah,
shit on. You just got
yeah.
absolutely fucking dicked down by that team.
I mean, people take like it depends like who you're asking, but like certain people take that shit very seriously, you know.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna look at the teams who took it seriously, the ones who didn't. So, like, yeah, JDG did not take it seriously.
Yeah, why would they?
Top did not field the roster apparently.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say that EDG took it seriously because they did field pretty much a lot of the people. Who is Fisher? Who's Edward Fatley now? Okay, this is not their team. Never mind. They didn't have Fofo there, so I would say they're not taking it seriously.
Yeah, what do you consider taking it seriously? Like at least 4 members?
Fielding your LPL roster or 4. Yes.
Yeah, 4 or more. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think 4 or more is where you're try harding.
So RNG did not try hard. They brought Breathe and Way. That's all they brought.
Okay. I bet you Breathe and Way wanted to play too.
LPL did. FPX. I don't think they did. No, FPX didn't bring what's his name, LWX.
Okay.
Nope.
That's kind of like
yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it looks like the teams that took it pretty seriously
were the lower tier ones.
I mean, Thunder Talk did. They did pretty well. They are lower tier, but they do also have UCal, who looks pretty good mid.
Yeah.
Hoya looks pretty good. Beishuan was a good jungler. Huang Feng was on Suning in 2019 when they went to World Finals.
Yeah.
Also, infamously, the guy who said he would poison every person on his team because they kept taking his bottled water. We talked about that on this pod many months ago.
Yeah.
You remember that shit?
Nice
that was crazy.
Guy. Nice guy.
I mean, just a Chinese guy.
Good teammate.
Yeah, dude. Bring that mic a little closer to your mouth again, baby boy. I want to hear you a little better. Not in your mouth. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Hello.
Anyways, Demacia Cup was lit.
I
LPL is going well.
Dream.
Let's talk about something that I'm surprised we never knew. Okay, here's actually a little. This is the cherry on top. Okay, after talking about all of the LPL, all the other fucking esports shit. Let's end the esports thing. It's gone on way too long. The XPEC backdoor turned 10 years old on January 19th. 5 days ago. So 10 years and 5 days old.
Damn.
So for those who don't know, the most infamous play, if you were looking up today as a non-law watcher and you were to see like a play that is like incredibly hype or like a top 10 best law moments, there's this
Top
play
10
that happened
esport
at
moment. First
it
of all.
really is. It really is.
Yeah.
So there's this player called Xpeke. He was the mid laner for Fnatic at the time. He was a prolific mid laner in Europe for the first
Goat.
5 years of major play, I'd say.
Goat.
Yeah, one of the goats for sure. And Peke played Cassidon, this character that has a ultimate ability with an incredibly low cooldown timer, meaning you can use it many times.
If you're watching this shit, you know Castle.
No, I'm not saying you do. No, people don't guarantee no castle. Okay, for those who know League, I'm sorry I'm over explaining those who don't know League, but basically it's a small teleport, so it's a small distance blink. So what he does at the end of this game is he takes the enemy base, which you have to just do damage to take and destroy. Once you destroy the core of the base, the game ends. It's called the Nexus. So what he does is he has people chasing him down.
He's lying.
Is he's smacking the titty, and he has people chasing him around it, and he's using the blink to dash around it and to fondle the titty and destroy the titty because he hates women and he's a misogynist.
Yeah.
No, but in all seriousness,
he's got 10 Bugattis.
He does quite an amazing play that is truly one of like the greatest esports moments ever, especially in a professional setting, like a very high professional setting. Because it was a very it was IEM 2013. Like this was a huge IEM. It was a very big event.
as soon as he like got on stage and they interviewed him, he just went on a tirade.
And we did not stop. Anyways, I can't believe they turned 10 years old. That was season 3, and that blows my mind that season 3 was that long ago.
It's crazy how they still celebrate a Nazi.
Okay. All right. Enough of that. Something that I want to highlight also that happened really quick too. Perks is already being a menace on Vitality this year and teaching his Koreans how to flame people. So there was a pause during the games so there's a lot of pauses during first weeks of play, right? Yeah. There's a lot of technical pauses, especially in the first like 2 days, so they can get all the technical issues ironed out, and then it's pretty good for the rest of the season usually, right?
Yeah.
So in EU it was happening a lot, and Wonder said something because Wonder on Fnatic was playing against Vitality, right? And he says something to I think it's Photon is their top laner, right? And he says like, playing this champion into this champion and down CS kind of cringe, man. He's like kind of weird, bro. What's going on? And Perk says, don't say anything to him. So they get in the pause, and then he right before the pause, he solo kills Wonder, right? And then Perk just looks at him and he goes, just go into all chat and type cringe.
Nice.
Yeah,
dude, I love that. I love the trash talk. There's a lot of trash talk. Not really trash talk. During the heroic game today.
Well, this is why Jojo Pune is the hope of NA.
Yeah, shit talking. Dude,
have you not heard that though? Have you not seen those casts? So like even in the Boomers vs Zoomers show match, he was apparently talking shit. He's like, I can't repeat what he just typed in all chat.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, so he's saying some shit the casters literally can't read.
I feel like there is like a mental edge when you talk the right shit, you know?
Hey, if you get back up your shit when you talk it, then you're not talking shit. You're just talking game.
Yeah,
that's the way I feel about talking shit.
Because like if you talk shit and they start clapping you, you're just inspiring.
Well, that's when you're talking shit, because talking shit is someone like, to me, talking shit is defined purely on the success of it or not. Honestly, because talking shit in nature is like saying something disrespectful, right? But if someone says something like in a game like that, right? If you're playing basketball and someone's just like, first off, I'm gonna dust you. Then I'm gonna dunk on you all night, and then they fucking do that to you.
And then
they talk shit, but they fucking they're talking their game though. You know what I mean? They're allowed to talk their shit because they can back it up. That's the way I view it in games, basically. Like in any game, in esports, in regular sports, but in any competitive setting, like if you're talking smack, you've earned the right to do so if you can back up your shit. But if you're being a dirty bastard, that's when you're talking shit, number one. Or if you're saying it and then you can't back it up and you're getting fucking clapped back. Or if it's a close game too, like you can talk your shit, but like doesn't really matter if I'm like just as good as you or if not like just a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Like I beat you, so it's all that really matters.
What about on team sports where it's like your like team is dominating, but not everybody is dominating? How do you feel about those teammates that aren't dominating talking shit?
Rough, but also what if that mental edge that they're bringing is what they're contributing to?
That's what. Okay, yeah.
So
okay,
basketball's my
here's an
example, right?
example.
Basketball's my big example. So like for me,
Yeah.
it's like recognizing that like obviously I'm not gonna be the big point scorer, but I am gonna block you all day. And I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna block you all day and how I'm gonna give you a fucking hard time this entire game. I'm gonna make you work for it. That's why I tell someone to their face when I was playing basketball. I'm like, I'm gonna make you work for this. Right? I may not
Yes.
block you every time, but I'm gonna make you sweat trying to do it. And I'm gonna make you work for it along the way. And honestly, I understand I'm not the one putting the points in the basket at the end of the day. But I do understand that if I'm putting this guy through the ringer and I'm making him have a harder game, the chances are our success goes through the roof.
Did you see that thing that Joe Burrow said this weekend that went really fucking hard?
Now what?
All right.
What did Joe Burrow do now?
So, NFL playoffs are happening, obviously, right?
Yes,
and
sir.
before you can decide like where the next games are played, like someone has to win because someone gets to host it or could like do the seating or whatever, right? Well, the NFL was selling tickets to Chiefs Bills AFC Championship before the Bills even finished playing the Bengals.
Whoa.
So Joe Burrow in his interview like looks into the camera and says, "Hope you all can get those refunds."
Damn, Joe. Pretty good.
Spicy.
Yeah, he's good. He's
Spicy.
good. He's also well
Yeah.
educated. You can tell he actually like when he went to school, he like made use of his time at school.
Yeah, but he's also got that dog in him. Dude, I would do that when I was watching football this weekend. Every time someone made a dog play, I would just start barking at the TV, and like my dog would just freak out a little bit every time.
Poor Molly.
Oh, dude, I know. I felt bad. I put
but you know what? You know who also got that dog in him?
Who got that dog in him?
Dr.
Callie?
Dre, man. No,
Dr.
Dre successfully blocked Marjorie Taylor Greene from using his music. He won that lawsuit.
That was a baller moment.
Let's fucking go, bro.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that bitch, that stupid conservative cunt in Minecraft.
Yeah, she's a bad person.
In Minecraft. That shit. I was so happy when I read that. I was like, thank God. Because could you imagine her trying to think that she could use that? That's so fucking disrespectful to not get permission to use someone's like incredibly popular music like that for your political campaign, and then just think, A, I'm gonna get away with it, and B, this is public domain or something. You're nuts, bitch.
Oh yeah.
You're crazy. Also, you're a Republican. You come from wealth. Like, here's an
Yeah.
idea. Pay the money.
Yeah, you stinking fucking idiot, Marjorie.
God damn. All right. Anyways, let's talk about a couple more things before we wrap this here up. On the pod. All right. We got a couple hot beats. All right. First off, the funniest thing that has happened since the change from
I thought you meant beats
from boots and cats. Okay, anyway, so the hottest thing I think that has come out since the major switch to the Adam Friedland show from the previous RIP name of town that we will not mention.
C-Town.
Yes, C-Town. Yes, town we can no longer go to because it's not that name anymore.
C-Town.
Yes. Nick Mullen has done. He just does this Dracula bit that he's been doing for a little bit on the show.
Yeah, he told me about this.
Yeah, there's a link in our ideas channel for the Dracula interview he does, and I could not stop laughing at it. It was very good. It was cry worthy material, which is like very good because you haven't had one of those in a while from that show. Alternatively, I just found out that Stavros started another podcast.
Yes,
he did. He started Stavi's World. He scrapped Stavi Solves Your Problems. He wrapped that into this show. So now he has guests on, and then he does the advice part at the end. So now it's like two things in one. It's really good, actually. I think the best part is that he hired Eldis, his roommate, and it's like really funny now because now you actually get to look at him. He's like, sorry, my Albanian doesn't know how to work all the cameras, and like just keeps cracking on him. And then they just cut to Eldis, and he's like colored sunglasses on, and like red colored sunglasses, and his hair is like back with the beard. He's just like, what? And he's like, I'm trying really hard. It's like this is the help you get. Great. You know, it was good. It's good.
I fucking love Stavi.
Yeah, man. And then there was another one that I've been seeing a lot. Oh yeah, so you know Stiff Socks? You heard of that podcast?
Stiff Socks, yeah, with the
Trevor Wallace. Yeah, so I don't like him terribly too much all the time. I liked his old content when he first popped up. You know, he was funny when he first came around.
He stinks.
I don't think he stinks like Stinky Poo Poo. I think his old dumb like This is weed.
Why do the gays eat the poo-poo?
But in all honesty, hang on. So in all honesty, I think his old content like that sucked, right? But if you listen to him talk actually, and like talks, I think he's just another guy who's a comedian in a way.
Yeah.
You know, he's fine. So his podcast had Young Gravy and Lisa Ann on.
I'm sure Gravy was trying to tap that ass.
Already had.
Oh yeah, because he's notorious MILF Hunter Gravy.
Well, it was apparently after AVN weekend.
Adult video nominations.
Yes, the award show. As they're talking about on there.
Better than the Oscars.
But that show is very funny. I have watched Gravy on other podcasts before. He is very funny. But
Gravy even did a video with Critical.
Yeah. Yeah. Dude, he was
made
great.
Thanksgiving dinner together, yeah.
Well, you know what it is? He just makes people want to shake their ass. And that's what gets the people going. You know?
He just makes you want to shake their ass and just have a good time. That's
sir.
Great, baby.
Yes, sir.
He's a simple guy. He loves ass, he loves moms, and he loves having a good time.
Yeah, that sounds like a good list right there.
Yeah.
Now, a couple other things that I just want to nerd out about really quick. Because, I am this way. So it's fine. Sure.
It's not your fault you like penis.
First off, there's nothing wrong with that. Second off, I don't. Third off, how dare you, sir? Don't reveal what we do when the pod's not recording, all right? No, okay. So
he was a baby on
the biggest piece of esports news that I actually left out for some reason is that the majority of the Overwatch League teams have hired a British law firm to collectively bargain against Blizzard, amid growing frustrations around operation costs, lackluster viewership, distinct lack of path of profitability.
Ooh.
Basically a bunch of reasons of bad things that Blizzard has tanked the league and made the operation costs insane, and people are dumping like $40 million into some franchises into this rosters and these teams and the operation it's bad. It's bad, man.
It's just a money pit that's on fire.
Well, they did the Twitch exclusive deal, then they did the YouTube exclusive deal, then they went back to both, and the Twitch it's just not working out. And the teams are now looking to buy their own league so they have a sustainable league for the future. Because this is the thing that was supposed to rival, like they said they wanted this to be the NFL of esports. They wanted this to be and it had the potential, man. It's the thing that could have done it if financial bullshit was not the way of the issue, and Blizzard wasn't also, I don't know, making like
I see literally no ads I see no content related, no suggested content.
Overwatch numbers have dwindled back down again to where like they were just above Overwatch 1 numbers on Twitch.
Imagine if they had just done the smart thing with their beta and made it easy to get.
Yeah.
You're adding so many more eyes.
Yeah, they fucked that part up, honestly. Should have opened the floodgates. They should have done some more to make it happen a little bit smoother.
Need to have as many eyes on your product as possible.
Yes, sir.
And if someone plays your game a lot, then they'll watch the pro scene.
The most important piece of things that we have saved for the very end of the podcast: television. Last of Us has been pretty good.
Oh, Fuego! It's so good.
Well made, very well made.
Pedro Pascal. You want to play the first game again.
I'm not going to play it. I never have, but I know the story before.
Wait, you never played the first one?
Hey, I never played it, but I did watch playthroughs, so I've seen the whole story. I know everything that happens, right?
Yeah, okay.
I know what to kind of expect. I have expectations by that standard, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm enjoying the show. It's good.
It's a good show.
It's good.
As a fan of the game and who played the first game, it's good.
Now, let me ask you a question.
It's rubbing my nipples.
We have talked about something else that rubs our nipples before. Talked about The Sopranos.
Oh,
a little bit of the prosciutto with The Sopranos.
Have you? Did you post this thing?
I did. Movie? This is what I have to talk about. So, have you ever wondered after Sopranos infamously fades to black and ends, what happens next?
What do they all do?
Because he did say recently that Tony dies there. He recently said that last year.
Yeah, Tony dies.
Right. But before that, we were left only to speculation. And what if we had this alternative universe, a Marvel variant of the multiverse, if you will? All right, where we had one Nikki Deuce,
Nicky fucking Deuce.
Nicky Deuce is a 2013 as seen on Nickelodeon movie starring
This cast is so
one
fucking stacked.
Noah Monk, our Lord and Savior. Gibby.
What are you, a cop?
What are you? You see this beautiful little belly? Look at this guy. So in this movie, he's a kid who goes to Brooklyn to like I don't know exactly what the plot is. I read it at one point, but it's like
Okay.
he is Nicky Deuce, right?
Yeah.
And Nicky Deuce has to leave wherever he was from already to go to New York to go visit some family to like do like some bullshit business,
Mafia
whatever,
shit.
right? And then he ends up working with anyone but everybody from fucking The Sopranos, okay? Tony Sirico as Charlie Cement, Vincent Garutola as Paulie, James Gandolfini as Bobby Eggs. Bobby Eggs!
Dude, how
Steve
the fucking
Shiripa,
mighty.
Uncle Frankie, and Michael Imperioli, the doctor. What the fuck, dude? This movie is insanely stacked. How did Nickelodeon get the cast of The Sopranos?
To agree to this?
Yeah, and then you pay them money to do it. I know that the money had probably dried up a little because like we weren't in the streaming age yet after like the show ended and in between then this movie coming out, but like Jesus fuck, dude. Times couldn't have been that hard. Everybody go watch Nicky Deuce.
Yeah. Show some love. Show some love to the Deuce.
Yeah. You know what we should actually do for bonus content?
Deuce watch party.
Ooh, not a watch party, just we watch it and react to it. And then they can watch along with the react. Yeah, riff track essentially. Yeah. We should definitely do that. We'll talk about that soon.
Nicky Deuced in my pants.
I'm Nicky Deucing it up, dude.
Yeah, just instead of a podcast for 1 week, we just fucking put out that.
Nah, that's bonus content material. We gotta make them pay for that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Next to the toes.
But before we go, we just want to remind you guys to say, thank you for listening to the podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Yeah. No, seriously though, do that because it helps us. Also, if you're an audio listener,
ring a ding ding.
Do the follow, do the pre-save the episodes and download them because those are the numbers that help also too. Push that traction. Get us going in that algo. Share it to your mama. Share it to your friend. Don't stop making them do sexual things. This is not what we want them to do. I want you to do things that will not sexually arouse. Well, maybe if it does arouse you, that's fine. All right, you know what? See you guys later. Bye.